You gotta get into the groove. Hey everyone, welcome again to another session of Groove Asia Leaders Unite, and my name is Peter Moinero, and I'm coming live from New Zealand. And if you're joining me live, put a hashtag live into the comments, and if you're watching the replay, put a hashtag replay. Good to see you, Tyra, as always, supporting me. Thank you very much, and no doubt we'll have a few more coming in. All right, so I thought I'd just do something slightly different. Well, just not slightly different, but it's to do with Groove, but it's kind of a workaround. Now, I noticed in the Groove Groove.cm Facebook page, someone was talking about professional email templates, and that they weren't able to access them, and so I actually put something into the. I actually added a post into that, or comment on that post, and this is kind of like a workaround, is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Let me just get this, change the screen here a wee bit. I think that's better now. Okay, hi Nancy, how are you? Dr. Lisa, good to have you all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. And of course we have Nancy, who is actually in Canada. All right, so this, what I was just talking about, is a workaround in terms of actually if the professional email templates are actually not working temporarily, then this will be a workaround that you can still get the templates, but you'll just have to go somewhere else on another site to actually do that. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through it. If you don't know how to do it, then this will be great for you. If you have seen me do this before, maybe in a small group coaching group or on a Power Hour Plus with Tyra, then great. I mean, maybe this will be a good refresher for you. But otherwise, if you're also new to Groove, this might be also handy for you if you're not too sure why maybe the professional email templates are not working, or you're not too sure about them at all. We'll walk through that too as well to show you where they are. Okay, so firstly, let me just have a look. I don't think we've got anybody else just yet in the comments, but we do actually have people watching, obviously, or viewing as well. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to share my screen. Now, if you are new to Groove, then when you first log in, you're going to see the screen here, the login screen. I'll change my view here. There you go. You're going to see this login screen here. And so basically just add your username and password in there, or your email and password. And when you do log in, you're going to be in the dashboard here, in the Groove platform dashboard. And as you can see, we do actually have some of the applications up the top here. But also, if you go to the left-hand side and hover over the Groove icon, you will also see here as well. And then you can also select from here. I like to select it from here sometimes, because then I can just go right-click and then open up in the new tab. In this case, we're just going to go straight to Groove Mail, because that's where the templates are, the email templates. So we're going to go there. And then, so I'm just going to firstly show, so if you are new to Groove, I'm going to firstly show where these professional email templates are. And basically, when you go into Groove Mail, you've got this dashboard here. So you've got broadcasts, you can do broadcasts, you can do sequences, you can view your list or add to your list, you can create forms, you can do automations. And of course, there's the professional email templates, and then you can do a new broadcast here. So you've got those here, but on the side here as well, we've got like the home base, which is this one here. Then we've got contacts. Go there so you can actually see what contacts you have and all that sort of thing. And then we come down to lists, and you might have people that have been added to a list or been tagged. And then we've got email campaigns as well, where you can actually create that broadcast sequences, and then you can access the email, professional email templates. Also your own templates, the ones that you probably created in the professional email template section. And you've got categories as well, and then automations, forms, senders, and then analytics. But let's just stick with this one here at the moment, and let's just go to the professional email templates. Now, as you can see there, here are the professional email templates. So you can actually view them in here. You can see which ones appeal to you. Obviously, if you're a lawyer or if you're a law firm, maybe these might be a good choice for you. But they can actually be altered or modified. So if I click on maybe this one here, edit the template. Just read some of the comments in here. Tyler says, we get the opportunity to practice. Yep, you really do, yeah. And Nancy is saying hello to everyone. But slow, it may be experiencing issues at the moment. So let's just see, because I know that was what someone raised in the Groove Facebook page, the Groove official Facebook page, that they couldn't access the email templates. This may be what they're talking about. It may be still down. I'm not sure, but it is taking a bit of a long time. Let's just go out of that, because really, in order to actually obviously use the templates in an email, you really do need to actually start off an email or a broadcast, if you like, here. So if you go to broadcast, and let's just create an email. So we're just going to go new broadcast, a new email broadcast. And as you can see here, we've got email broadcast or SMS broadcast, postcard letter. Now, let me explain these other two, because they're probably not going to be an option that you'll be able to actually choose at this stage. Right? The SMS broadcast will need like a third party integration, which would more likely be Twilio, which you'd be able to send through SMS through that, but I'm not sure if that's set up at this stage. I haven't used it, and I don't know anybody else has been able to use the SMS broadcast within Groove or Groove Mail. The postcard letter or dash letter is basically an opportunity that came up quite a few years back. Invited by Mike Paulsame. There was someone that actually they had a business in a website where if you joined up at that particular time, and I think it was a one-time payment or a one-time offer, you'd go on that. You'd be able to send postcards or letters to your customers, physical postcards, not digital or emails, just physical postcards, literally get mailed to your customer as a postcard with handwritten message on it. Obviously done digitally in terms of the handwritten side of it. I don't think anybody actually writes the message, but these days now you got fonts that you can actually use as handwritten. And wishing your client maybe a happy birthday, or welcome aboard, welcome to the team, or things like that. So, and they would actually get posted out via postal service to that person. Quite an ingenious idea, really, when you consider that we're in this digital age. Sometimes these sorts of things are actually just they really do have a personal touch to them, and good for business. All right. In this case, we're just going to stick with an email broadcast, and I'm just going to name this. Let's just call. I'm just going to call this a demo broadcast, and category. We'll just I've already got a category that's called demo test. You can actually create a category. If you scroll down, you can create a new category. I'm just going to use the demo test category because I think I've got one of my email addresses attached to that category. All right, so I'm going to go next. Segment. So subscribe to list. So this is going to send to people that have subscribed to a list. And let me just select that list. I'm going to go demo. And as you can see, there's one active person, which is my email address. By the way, it's a secondary email address. So I'm only really going to be sending to myself. Right? Okay. So otherwise, you can select other lists. That may be a client sort of contact list. Like I have different lists here where one of my clients have got their own contact list that I've actually uploaded, and then so there's a few clients in there that I do actually have that for. Okay, so if I want to send emails on their behalf, like professional email templates that might be promoting specials or an extra service that they provide, or newsletter or products, whatever, then I can actually just go select their contact list, and then I can send out to all their clients on behalf of them. Okay. All right, so we're just going to stick with demo, and we're going to go next. Now you do need to choose a sender that obviously that you've already got set up. So this is not something that we set up as we go through this process. It's already a sender that you've already set up. That's another session altogether. But you do need to actually have a sender. Now I've got quite a few. I will probably use this one here. Okay, and I'm just going to put subject, and I'm just going to go test email. Just a little actually trick here. All right, let me just take that out. Just a little trick here, or a little tip, I should say. If you are wanting to make it a little bit more personable, you could add something like, take a look at this, and then go over to the plus sign here. Select that and then go first name, and that will be the first name of every single email contact that you have in that list. So they will refer to that name on the subject line, and even in the base email as well. Even in the basic email as well, if you choose the basic email editor. But you can do that. You can actually do first name, last name if you wanted to. But yeah, so take a look at this, and then I'm just going to put an exclamation mark at the end of it, and then okay. So from there, what I'm going to do is from there, I am going to, we don't really need to put a preview. We've got professional email. Let's just see if it's actually working. I mean, I just went into the other section where we could just view the professional emails, but we're actually adding a professional email to a broadcast now. So we can actually go into professional email editor and then compose email. So let's just try it. I don't know if it's still down or not, but we'll choose a email. I'm going to go, where is it? Actually, I'll do real estate. I'm going to choose one of these templates here. You can preview them, by the way, to see what they look like. You can also preview them after as well. So I'm going to select this one. Hopefully this will actually populate. This could be the reason why someone was having issues with it, because it may have just been still loading and not accessing it. If that's the case, not to worry. It could be a bug on the platform, which no doubt I think support already know about. So we'll give it a minute, and if it still doesn't populate, then we'll go to plan B, which is exactly what this session is about, is actually a workaround. All right. something we can do without having to compromise not using the professional email templates. So I kind of think this is the issue at the moment. I do recall this happened once before, again, I implemented the strategy or the workaround that I had up my sleeve. Now, not many people know about it. Just the ones that I've actually shared this with in maybe a private session or things like that, or in a Zoom. Not sure if I've actually shared it on YouTube before, but anyway, I am now. So this could be the reason why someone was mentioning about there's an issue with the email, accessing the email professional templates. Okay, so let's just stop it there. I'm gonna see if I can get out. We actually got part of it here, which is part of the actual how would you say, dashboard or whatever for the email, where you can actually edit the email, but not everything. So obviously this is not loading up. So I'm just going to go back. Let's see if we can go back to where we were before. All right, we're going right back. So let's put it into draft. So we'll go back to edit. All right. So this time, what we're going to do, let's just do the start again. We'll put the sender in there. Let's go take a look at this. And then first name. All right. And then we're just going to go, we're going to leave it for now where we are right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch to a different site. So we're going to come along to this site here, which is called BeFree.io. Now, someone was telling me last week that I think I can put the actual link into the YouTube. I'm going to try it. Let me know if it happens or not. I'm not going to put the HTTPS thing in there. I'm just going to put BeFree.io and see if that works. Okay. Let me know if you can see that or not. Anyway, so BeFree.io is actually the platform that Groove integrate with. All right, so there is a free account. You can do a free account. Cool. Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for letting me know. There is a free account that you can sign up with BeFree.io. And of course, if you're a lifetime member with Groove, thanks, Nancy. I see it. With Groove, then you will still get BeFree.io access to it anyway. I think with the free account on the actual BeFree.io platform, I think you have to persevere with the watermarks, right? The BeFree watermark, unless you upgrade, and then you can take they'll remove the watermark off the bottom of the email. Nevertheless, it doesn't really matter, because what we're doing is actually we're going to be creating the professional email within BeFree, and then we're going to paste it into the Groove mail section, which is the HTML section. So let's just log into the account. If you haven't got one, just create one, obviously. All right. I think I did just signed in with Google. All right, so this is a free account. As you can see, I've done a couple of emails in here, and that was really due to the last time that I couldn't actually access the professional emails, which is going back 4 months ago. 4 months now back. Oh, we're on about Christmas time anyway. Okay, so from here, what you do is you want to create a email. So you go to create a new email. All right, now you've got all these templates here. Now, in fact, there's actually a lot more templates in the actual account than what there is actually in Groove, right? in the Groove templates, well, the Groove email templates, professional email templates. So not all of them that are actually in here are in the Groove version. All right. So so that's a plus, that's a bonus, because then you know that you can, if you want something different, then you can come into here in the free account and create your email and then paste it into Groove. So let's just say, well, Easter's coming up, actually. Let's just do one of these ones here. So Easter's coming up. Over here, you've got the same sort of thing as what you've got in Groove. You've got usages, but a lot more usages, by the way. Industries, again, a few more industries, automated. And then you've also got seasonal. And of course, I think we're looking for Easter, which I think is in here. There we go. Easter, there's about 24 of the Easter templates. Let me just choose one. I like that one there. Okay, so you can preview it here, just like you can in Groove. Preview it. All right. So you can preview it here, and then you can just start designing in here. So you'll find that this is very much the same back end as Groove, but there are a few little different things in there. If you notice up top here, there's a few more different options or different features up the top here, which we don't actually get in the Groove Groove Mail version. All right, but pretty much everything on the side here is pretty much the same. I'm not sure about the GIF. Not sure if the GIF is actually in the Groove version. But yeah, I mean, you can, once the other one is up and running, you might be able to check in that and just see. But over here, you just got a few more details, a few more options here. And then you also got the mobile version and the screen widescreen version. So, okay, so I mean, this is really basic. When I say basic, I mean it's actually easy to navigate your way through, and it's quite fast. So basically here we've got an image. You just change that out for your logo if you want to, or you just leave it as it is. If it's got something to do with Easter, obviously, you can just change the logo, say it's coming from your business. So if we did that, we just change the image here. And then you just choose an image that you had before. So let's just say I'm going to choose this one here. We'll just make this email from the Pet Vet, one of my clients. All right, so it's quite big, obviously, so we can change the size there. And where do we do dynamic image? So we've got it aligned. We should be able to do that somewhere around here. Settings, yeah. Okay, you can just bring it down a tad if you like. Okay, and obviously we can change that out if we want to. Here's another thing here. These things here are buttons. Obviously, you can add links in that, and you can add a link that goes to your website or goes to a part of your website or something like that. Something to that effect. You can do that here. You can put your, obviously, like a footer. It has unsubscribe. Just leave that there as it is, and leave that there. You don't need to change all that, but you probably want to change all this here, the details, your contact details, your address maybe, and your social media icons, and add links to them as well. So if you click on that, right down here, you can add the links to the different icons. Okay, and if you don't want, if you only just got maybe a Facebook, you can just delete the rest, right? So you can just go delete that one, or you just switch it off basically. That one there, and that one there, and then I think with Facebook, and then you're just left with Facebook, I think. Hang on. Yeah, okay, so that should actually just take it out. Let me just have a look here. Oh, what you do, okay, so that just switches it off. So what you need to do is you actually do need to delete it. So we'll just take these off again. So you have to delete them physically here. So there and there and there. So now I'm just left with the Facebook one. Easter 2025 is Sunday, April the 20th. I wonder if our Easter's different day to you guys. All right. Anyway, okay. So let's get back to this. Now, if I click on here, it's going to ask me to upgrade. All right. So this is why it's not beneficial to actually just do your emails from BeFree, because if you want to pay to actually go to upgrade, then you can do them within here and all that. You can actually send them from within here, I think, from memory. Not absolutely sure, but at the end of the day, we won't be able to remove that because we're actually on a free account. But I will show you a little trick to how to get rid of that. Okay. Of course, here with links, let's just we want to put a link in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to a website, just any one of my clients' website. Share this tab here. I like clicking on this one. It's my favorite. So this is a client of mine. Recently done up their website, actually. It's just made it look a little bit different. Let's just say I want to come to this area here. Actually, no. Yeah, if I just want to come to this area here, I need to go into the back end of this to actually get that section number ID, if you like, or that block ID. So again, we're going to go back here to Groove. I'm going to actually duplicate this page so that I can still leave this here. And this is the great thing about Groove. You can actually work in various different areas or applications at the same time as you're actually in one application. You can actually be in another application of Groove. So I'm going to duplicate this page and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to duplicate this. All right. Now I'm just going to go back because I'm going to come out of this. It should be still in the other page. I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to go to Groove Pages up here. Groove Pages. I'm going to go to that website that we're going to link to. So I'm going to go Manage. And the section that I want to link up to is on the home page here, which is this part here. Okay, that's the one I want to link up to. So there, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the whole block, and then I come down to Custom Attributes. And this is what we want here. I want this. I want that, which is the element ID, okay, for that block. All right, so I just copied that. Now we're going to head back to the email template. Let's go here, and then what I'm going to do is on here. I'm going to click on the there's a link here, so I can put a URL here. So that button, when you click on it, will go to whatever URL you put in here. So here I'm going to put HTTPS. Colon and / / and then we're going to put the pet bed. Now you guys have seen me. Well, I know the people in this chat at the moment have seen me do this before. petfood.co.nz, and then I'm going to go / hashtag, and then that ID element ID. I'm just going to paste it right there. All right, like that, like so. Okay, now once that's in there, that's cool. So that button we have set up to go to a certain part of the website. Okay, let's just say you can put some text in here, and wishing your client a very happy Easter, and that you've got a special one at the moment. If they want to come in before Easter or after Easter, they can come in and get a free flea treatment or flea collar or something like that. If they book their pooch or their pet in for a maybe a vaccination or something like that, a yearly vaccination, then you can put that in there. You can put that messaging in there, all right, and make it an Easter special if you like. All right, so let's just say we've done all that, we've set it all up, and it's all good to go. All right, now what we want to do is we want to export it. Okay, so I'm going to export. Now in here, it's going to ask you what you want, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it like get the HTML code, HTML and images? So download it as a zip file, or do you want to copy the HTML, push to your seeding system, or download a PDF? We're going to go copy HTML. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's just copy it. Yeah. Now on this here, you get you have made 1 out of 6 monthly reports. I'm not sure what reports means, but get exports, sorry, not reports. 6 monthly exports. So 1 out of 6 monthly. So you get 6 a month. Right, you can do this 6 times a month. So if you have to do that 6 times a month because because you can't do it through Groove for whatever reason, then that's the limit. So obviously you want to try and use the Groove version more often than not. Even even if it's down, fine. This is where this comes in handy. But when it's not, you want to use Groove so that you don't use up. So you're not sort of like restricted. So copy the code, and then I'm going to go to there. I'm going to head over to Groove Mail again, to the broadcast. And as you can see, we have HTML content right here. I'm going to click on that. And then over here, right, over there is where I am going to paste the HTML code. Right, so now that we've pasted it in there, now the other thing is we want to get rid of the B3 logo here. See this here? This part here is what we want to get rid of. Okay, maybe you want to put your own thing in there. I'm not too sure, but let me just see what it is. B3. I think it's the whole thing really. So let's just get rid of all this. There. Okay. And then hopefully that will fix it. No, there it is there too as well. So we need to get rid of that there too. B3 logo. You will need to read through this just to make sure that you're getting everything. So yeah, this is probably the downside to it. You need to be careful, and you need to carefully look to where what you delete, because at the moment, so if you see here, I've gotten rid of part of the B3. Now I think there's still here. Look, B3 logo PNG. So that's the image. I'm just wondering now whether we should actually just cut it off here or cut it off here. Let's do all this. Let's go from here down. Oops. Hang on. Find that B3 logo again. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this. There. That. We missed all of that detailed work. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. I pasted that code in here. Here's the code. And what I'll do is I'll just go back. Okay. So I'm just going to click in here, go there, and just go back to where there. I think that's what it was there. Yep. All right. So you can see here it's got reference to B3. Let me just make this a bit bigger. we've got reference to B3 here, there, and I think up here as well. There's some reference to B3 somewhere here, B3 logo. Yeah, I'm just going to go down from here down to here, and I'm just going to get rid of all that. All right. Not sure if I need all this, but we'll leave that there anyway. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to go to preview, and there's the preview. All right, I think I might have actually chopped most of it out. Hang on. This is not actually, I'm going to make this smaller. Okay. It's not allowing me to go down, but we'll just leave it like that. But anyway, so now I've got this in the HTML version. So as you can see, preview message. So I'm just going to go like that. Now I'm going to send a test message. Let me just reset the size on this. I'm going to send a test message. All right, so that was all pasted into the HTML content. And then I took out the B3 logo references and things like that. And then I'm just going to go put a test email in here. I think it's all good. Yep. And then we're just going to go send. Okay, post. All right. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to let's see if there's any questions in there. So you didn't. So basically, what I was just showing, obviously the code part, that was everything that I was actually trying to show when I was when I wasn't sharing my screen. So you didn't miss anything on that one in the end. All right. So I'm going to go into my email. I'll change the tabs shortly. Okay. Okay. Let's just change the tab. So here's the email. As you can see here, there's the email there. Now, the thing is, right, with this email, you can see that it says, take a look at this, and it's got first name. Remember, I had that in the brackets, right? The reason why it still has first name is because we're only sending a test email. If this was actually sent to a proper, if it wasn't a test email and it was sent to the email address as per normal, right, then that first name would literally be the first name that that email references to. Okay. So don't be worried about that, because this is just comes out on when it's a test email, when you're doing a test email, not the real thing. All right, that will populate with the first name of the recipient. So here you can see, here's the email, right? Like I said, we've gotten rid of the B3 logo down the bottom. We didn't change the details in here. Now, the most important thing is this thing here. Remember the button, right? The button that I actually linked up to. So let's just see if this works. So if I click on this, click on here, let's just share this tab, and there you go. And there you go. That's the section that I was wanting that link to go to, was this one here. See that again, come back to here. That's the button that we put the link in. Boom. Come to share tab again. Get rid of this box here, and there again, we're at that section. So this is how you can, for start off, let's just actually have a look at that email in here. It's come out all right, right? It had everything there that we actually did. But this is how you can actually get around. Let me go back here. Get around, the workaround if the professional email editor is not working for you. All right. Nancy says, do underscore works the same from the B3 to Groove? Let me just quickly have a look. It's a good question. Let's just check there. No, it looks like you may have to set that up. But I think at the end of the day, when it's actually been, you probably could take that out, because what should really happen is that I know with if this was done in Groove, like if we created this in Groove, obviously it's going to have the unsubscribe one. But over here, yeah, the unsubscribe, you may have to do a little bit more digging into that, right, and to see how you can actually do that. It might mean that you may have to sort that out within the B3. But don't forget, this is not a permanent option, right? This is not something that you should be using all the time. This is only when you get stuck because the Groove version is not working, or it's not actually populating or coming up. Like we saw before, it was just trying to load, but it wasn't loading. Sorry, yeah, it wasn't loading. Here's the when I clicked on unsubscribed there, this is what I got. So it looks like this may need to be set up in b3.io. So you need to just look into that yourself and see how you can actually do that. But this is never going to be a permanent solution, right? You don't you want to avoid using this all the time, unless you want to go, upgrade and actually do the upgrade thing and then use it as a upgraded version. But at the end of the day, this is just a workaround to try and facilitate when you're not able to actually access the Groove templates, professional templates. So let's just go back to here. Yeah. All right. So once that's done, okay, you've got all your code, you've got your HTML code in there. We've set the test email, so we know what it's going to look like. It might even do the whole unsubscribe thing here anyway, Nancy, like after we've gone through this whole thing, completed this. You know how Groove actually has down the bottom unsubscribe? It may even have that, which means that we may be able to actually, it might be a good idea to actually take that out of the code as well, because once we've completed the whole sort of creating the email broadcast and that's all completed, then I think what's going to happen is when they get the email on the other end, they're going to have that unsubscribe option anyway. So you may as well just take it out of here, and you can do that in the code. So basically here, just find it in here somewhere where it says unsubscribe, and then just get rid of unsubscribe and manage, I think it was, and just get rid of it in the HTML coding. All right. Okay. And then obviously you go to the next stage where you get to this point, you can either send the email now. And let's just try that. Let's just send the email now, because I know it's just going to go to my email address. So let's just give that a go. Or you can schedule it for later or save it as draft. So let's just send it now. And let's just go send now and see what happens. Right, it's in progress. So it's sending. Yeah, that was, yeah, okay. So there you go. So I guess it's logical because we're only sort of partway through the process of creating that email. So once that's all done, then obviously when it sends from your sender within Groove, you're going to have that unsubscribe down the bottom anyway. Let's just refresh this. See if that's sent. It's only one. Okay. I'm going to just have a look. So it's still in progress. I'm just going to have a look at my emails and see if I've got anything just yet. Yes, I think we have. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to change screens. Here we go. Right. This is the email here. And as you can see, like I said before, remember where it said first name, and because it was a test email, that's why it said first name. But now that we've done this for real, it's actually put my first name here. Okay, so take a look at this, Peter. So great, that's working. Again, let's check the link here, and again, that's taking us down to that area that block that I wanted it to go to. Let's go back to the email again. Scroll down. You see that it's got unsubscribe there still there. So you need to take that out because over here, we do actually have the option to unsubscribe. So there you go. That's answered your question, Nancy. Okay, so I'm just going to stop share. And if there's any questions, ask me. We've got a little bit of time up our sleeve. If you've got any questions that you want to ask about this, but I think, like I said before, don't use this as a permanent thing. Excuse me. Just use it when you need to use it in situations like, one of the members in the group Facebook had earlier today. There was an issue with them accessing the professional emails. So yeah, this is that workaround. I discovered this a while back now. I think I was already on B3 originally before it came out, before they actually did the templates in Groove. And then when I saw the similarities, and I just put one and one together, and I got two. That must be the platform that they were linking up with, or integrating with, or partnering with, maybe even white labeled. But yeah. Questions. Dr. Lisa says, I love that personalization ability. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's good. When you, I'm thinking this is what you're talking about, the first name basis thing. I think it's good when you can, reach out to your clients and use their first name. Some of them don't actually provide a first name, so they might put some non-de-plume name or something like that, and it looks kind of funny. But at the end of the day, if you have that feature, you can personalize. What else we got here? Yeah, I'm still going to get better at changing tabs. They haven't created an AI for that one yet. But yes, just in reference to where Nancy said, actually everybody's saying, Nancy's saying not showing, Dr. Lisa say tab, Nancy's saying change tab screen. Dr. Lisa's saying we missed all that. Yeah, I know. I've got to get better at it. I know that much. I thought I had it at one point and then dropped the ball a wee bit. But anyway, we got through it today and that's good. So if you don't have any questions, I think that's it. We're finishing nice and early today. So it's good to actually have you guys here once again this week. And again, if you are watching the replay to this later on, just put a hashtag replay in there and, I'll just probably check on this to see, who's actually viewed it and things like that. Because, it's one of those things that that might be of benefit to you. It certainly was for somebody that was in that Facebook comment. Okay, guys, that's me. Thanks for joining me once again, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now. You gotta get into the groove.